So you guys want to know how to rune Bastet, huh? At least I'm assuming so, since you clicked on this video and the title was How to Rune Bastet plus, um, you know, my thoughts on her, essentially. And basically, I figured this would be a good video to make since she is one of the free monsters right now. You can basically get her along with a lot of good skill ups, awakening, all of the above, because the event that they're running right now for her is kind of nuts. I've been told or I've heard that the idea behind the events that they're running on the NA servers is that they are trying to help us catch up to the Korea servers that have been launched for 4 months prior. And then that is supposed to be able to get us both ready, both servers, Korea and NA, ready for the global launch, which should come out very shortly, at least again, so I've heard. And then I'm assuming the global launch will have even more prizes, rewards, and everything like that for those players, so that way they can also catch up to everybody else. There is a bit of crossplay right now on at least NA that I've seen. For example, the raids, if you have somebody else join your party from another server in East, you could actually get people from different servers. So I think that's kind of interesting. I'm assuming there's going to be more crossplay in the future. There's like a 9v9 coming out. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to talk about Bastet. Here's how to get her. For those of you that don't know, it is the Collect Trowels event. And it's free. You don't have to pay money for this at all. However, if you do have the premium pass, you actually get a ton more trowels, and it's super worth it because it's honestly, it'll equal up to a lot of extra skills, a lot of extra, awakening, just more Bastet pieces at the end of the day when you're running your path of adventure, subjugation, if you so choose. And then once you get these trowels, these little shovels, you take them over to the shell collection event and you just start opening shells. And you're guaranteed one Bastet every time you open 20 of these shells, each of them costing 6 trowels, which is about 120 trowels per Bastet. So far, I've opened, I think, like 6 or 7. I did have my arena, not my arena, my Path of Adventure tickets still to use. I used a ton of my Karos dungeon entries to use as well. So keep in mind, if you have those, now is a good time to use them over the course of the next few days. The other thing that happens with this is if you guys take the extra pieces, if say you max out a Bastet during this event, you can actually take her over to the exchange piece and swap her in. My plan is to get my Bastet fully maxed and then swap her in for some Valkyria pieces, so that way I can awaken my Awaken 15, my Camilla, who is on her way to being a decently powered monster. I just need 5 more Camillas, which is 100 Valkyria pieces, which is, wow, is that 300? I think that's 300, 20, 40, oh, 80. So I need four Valkyrias. All right, I already had the one at plus 10 that I used. Anyway, so that's my plan with the Bastet pieces after I max my Bastet for now. So let's take a look at her though. I have some skill ups into her. I have her awakened to plus 10 already. I've been loving her, to be completely honest. You can also use her for skill ups if you chose a Sekhmet. I have a friend of mine who just started the game today. I told him that he should go for a Sekhmet selective summon right off the bat. He'll get the Sekhmet. He'll get all these skill ups for Sekhmet, and then he can be free to play with a Shannon and a Konamiya with Cleef, and honestly, he'll be able to catch up to everybody that started 10 or 11 days ago, however long it's been. So that's kind of the idea behind this. Again, it's a catch-up event for everybody who kind of well, one, missed out on the launch, but then two, for the whole server as a whole to catch up to Korea. Anyway, moving on, the runes for her, I would say, need to be HP, HP, HP. Right? HP 2, HP 4, HP 6, 2, 4, 6. You want to stack as much HP on her as you possibly can. I'll show you guys the skills first to explain why they should be the way that they are. You have her, basically her main skill is blesses the weary travelers with fruitful showers and applies attack up and shield to nearby allies. In addition, increases the mana if the team summoner's HP is full. And so 18.2% of its max HP as a shield. So the more HP she has, the larger the shield's going to be. Same thing with the ultimate here, 73.8% of its max HP as shield for 14 seconds. That is nuts. It's a massive shield, especially if you have a squishy unit. It's probably going to stick around for a lot longer because it has basically 75% of Bastet's HP. For her first skill, you have Ominous Energy, which rains from the sky to attack enemies within the area 3 times, and each hit has a certain chance to apply attack down. Again, this is super helpful for certain bosses, especially Borbo, which is the it's the Path of Adventure boss right here. Borbo, Lava Cave. He's really hard if you don't attack break him. But anyway, so again, you want to rune her with HP. Again, the reason why I'm making this video, I don't know if it's still here or not. Someone asked, how do I rune Bastet? And someone was giving horrible advice. So you want to rune her with HP. The shield is amazing. You're going to use her as a sort of maybe a replacement for Shannon. She can't necessarily totally replace her, but she's going to be that support monster. She's not an attack monster. She's a support monster. As far as my runes are concerned, if you guys really want to take a look at these, again, HP percent with some defense and accuracy. Crit damage is not necessarily needed on her, but it's there anyway. I have a energy rune for some extra HP, plus evasion. Again, crit damage, attack speed, not necessarily needed. HP slot 4 with not really needed for the attack percent. Don't really need anything on here, but it's like I'm kind of shy or low on HP percent for slot runes. Again, HP percent here. We have HP percent here, little resistance, and then we have our final slot 1 rune. And this is nothing I need, actually. It's just a legendary rune that I wanted to pair with this. I don't really have any other options either. If I open this up, there's not really anything else. But she works just fine. She's 73,000 power. Not the best in the world, that's for sure. She doesn't need to be the best in the world. The tankiness is going to come from, personally, my Camilla, who's going to have, more HP, more defense, more resistance, evasion. She's more so in the background, raining fire on, has a good amount of accuracy, can tank some hits if she needs to. Because for some reason in Arena, Theomars from the other team like to attack her and focus on her. So the longer she can last, the better off, especially if she has more HP. She's going to do a better shield for Camilla in the front line. I've been winning a ton of Arena matches with that setup. I'll actually just show you guys a couple matches real quick. Hopefully I don't lose them. If I can open it up. Hopefully I don't lose them, but just to show you guys what she looks like in a real match, I have to recharge real quick. So I don't typically like messing around with assassins because they kind of hurt me. But let's take a look at Sean. Sean looks good. All right, I don't want to use my light weapon, so let me actually just change that real quick. I actually prefer my dark weapon in Arena, especially with it being very much so heal, regenerative, that type of thing. Dark weapon actually has a heal block on it. I didn't know that, but it's really helpful in like certain bossing situations as well, having a heal block. If you're an Orbia, just food for thought. But let's go ahead and attack Sean. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. If I lose this, I'll be pretty sad. I mean, I would assume that it's close to being a quick battle, but still not. So let's take a look. I don't know how they calculate quick battles. I don't know if it's like a percentage or if it's a percentage plus other things. If I ever find out, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, so you'll see Bastet's over here in the back. She is going to use her skill once I have mana. Another thing to note is that you'll always want to have your longest skill cooldown unit on your link, because the link skills don't have cooldowns. They just go based off your mana. alone, and you're going to typically get more mana back faster than their skills are going to reset their cooldowns anyway. So just a hot tip there. Like for me, I don't think I would ever need to put Camilla on my Link skill. Konamiya, I don't think I need to put her on my Link skill either, although she's kind of like a cheap mana cost. However, Bastet, a good option, especially because she has that R ultimate. When you're in arena, it helps out having that 75% HP shield. So that was a little taste for you guys. I'll go ahead and run one more just so that way you get a little bit of an extra show. And maybe we'll pick a slightly harder person. I mean, these are just a bunch of little just gimmies here. I'll probably just save those for after stream. What's this? Vox? Vox? Oh, he's got 2 LD Nat 5s plus a Molly. I might lose this. I might lose this. Well, let's take a look. If I lose it, that's fine. He's almost 30,000 power below me, but he's got 2 LD Nat 5s. Can't really compete with LD Nat 5s too much. But yeah, let's go. I think I got the sustain. So for me, my strategy as an Orbia, I haven't really talked about this too much, but my strategy as an Orbia is to be the sole source of damage for my team, especially when it comes to arena. I have some other damage options when I do like dungeon runs, especially if I don't necessarily need a lot of the sustain. But for arena, for the most part, it's going to be all support for my Orbia to do the damage. And Konamiya is a good fit. Kind of weak runes, weak awakening. He's only awakened, I think, level 5 or something like that. So to be honest, I'm looking for a replacement for Konamiya, although Konamiya does help the skill cooldown of my summoner, which helps me do more damage, of course. But here you go. Here's Bastet. She's doing her thing. Hopefully I'll get my ultimate here before she dies, but you can see she's getting focused by something. I don't think it was just taking AoE damage, but not too bad. Like my Camilla with her, it was a really good. She just, like, Camilla doesn't die, and then you have heals plus shields. It's really hard to get around it unless you have something that's going to steal the buffs, like Sekhmet or something. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good option. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Just real quick rundown of Bastet, my thoughts, my runes, and how you guys can potentially use her in your team. So good luck. Don't miss out on this event. It's really good. If you have other friends who you're thinking of like inviting to the game, now would be a good time, because if they miss out on this, it's gonna be rough. Like, this is such a good event. You can use this for so many different things. So good luck, have fun, and as always, stay soupy, don't be potatoes, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace. Oh, subscribe.